Hello everyone. So I've got to have an extra lead on this today because the headset has died. Actually, I don't know if this is going to be alright. It should be alright. Yeah, it's just long enough. The lead wasn't in through the night or in the day. It must have been sticking out of the back, so it's not been charging my headset. So I've got to have it wired. So that's why I've got a big wire just floating around. How is everyone? Camera angle is wrong, I can tell that, yeah. You can see the cat, probably. Where's the cat? No, still not right. No, still not right. I think that's right. No, it needs to go a bit more the other way now. There you go. So, let's hope we don't get kicked from any lobbies. Let's hope we don't get any blue screens. A bit more luck than yesterday. We have a little warm up. We've got 10 minutes to have a little warm up first. I think we can join. Yeah, I can join it now. So, start. I'm gonna do the first one. Yeah, but let's get in the golf. And why is it? It nearly froze on me already. Jesus. So, into the golf, warm up for 10 minutes, get into the rhythm of the track a bit and hope for some luck. The 458 should be fairly good at Suzuka. I mean, I think it can get low 208s, but I don't think you can get in the 207s with it. I don't think. It'll probably be like a 208.3 or something like that, 208.2 possible. Not too sure really. Right. Why is this under... Oh, what is going on here? Oh, it doesn't matter. I can't be bothered moving that. This is probably going to annoy me a bit, this, because I can feel it all the time. But I can't do anything about it. I could probably take it off in an hour or so, because it should have charged up a bit. Yeah, I'm probably not doing race B. I think race B is worse than race C, to be fair, for USR. This week's bad, and next week's going to be quite bad, I think. The USR. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, if you want to use, you really need to use the Alpha or the... I think the NSX, if you want to use a different car other than the Alpha, the NSX is probably... I'd have a guess that the NSX Group 4 car will be very good around Suzuka. It's really good through the corners, so it might be worth trying that NSX out. It's got a bit more straight line speed as well than the Alpha and stuff, so it might be quite competitive. I don't think it'll be as good as the the Alpha, but it'll be competitive. That's I would presume it would be reasonably okay there. And let's start with a little warm up. The Genesis, yeah, the Hyundai. I like the Hyundai Group 4. It's a nice car. An underrated car as well. Because not many people use it, and every time I've tried it, I've liked the feel of it. I really like the Alpha, but it's a car that you need to get used to the handling on, so you kind of want to drive it for a few days and then get used to it, and then... Like, if it was your manufacturer of a choice, I think it would be fine, because you'd get used to the Alfa Romeo's handling traits and how to drive it. It's like the Lamborghini. When I tried it here, I started getting used to it and quite liking it, so it shows you that any car, as long as you give it time... Pretty much any car you can start learning how to be reasonably fast in. Yeah, Oscar Stefanzi, or whatever his name is, Stefanzi. He used to use the Hyundai. It was a pretty good car then. Very similar. Hyundai as a manufacturer was very similar to Mercedes overall. The Group 3 car, the Mercedes, was better. But I think in the Group 4 car, the Hyundai was a bit better over all the tracks. Let's try and get rid of that penalty here. There you go. So we'll have a little try and just warm up a bit and get rid of any rust before we start this race. The aim really of today is to try and get my... I think the first race I join, I won't be in the top split, because yesterday when we went to do the race to get ourselves back up, it disconnected, didn't it? So I have a feeling that this first race will be in the middle split, I think. But we'll see what happens. I'm not sure yet. I can't remember whether I knocked it back up or not, my rating or not. Yeah, this is just... let's just chill for this first race, not not worry too much about the result, I don't think. One car I would like to try, if I would have had more time to warm up in another car. And like, obviously, I don't like going straight into races with new cars because it can just be a disaster. But I think the Lexus would be fairly good here. Especially with the fuel saving. And hopefully I'm going to be ordering a wheel soon as well. I think I'm going round in circles with what wheel I want. But I've been watching reviews on the Thrustmaster GT today and the Fanatec, and like the review on the Thrustmaster GT actually said that the wheelbase is better. The two reviews I watched both said the wheelbase was better than the Thrustmaster what is it, TS, the PC wheel, whatever one that was. It said the base is actually better than that, even on PC. So, and they were testing it on iRacing. They were saying it was really good. So, and one thing they said about the Thrustmaster GT was, on iRacing with all the buttons, it gives you a lot of options because you can use every single one of them buttons in game, and you can like map it all. So, it'd be really handy. And I think what I'm going to do anyway, because GT Sport's my priority, I think I'm going to get the Thrustmaster GT first. And then the aim of my channel is to get it so that I can have two separate setups eventually. Obviously, it won't be in this bedroom because, as you can see, not much space. But the aim eventually is to have enough space to have the console setup. And then I want another sim rig with a triple screen setup for iRacing and PC games. And then I can have two separate wheels. And then I'll probably get a Fanatec wheel that's meant for the PC, not a cross-platform one. Get a proper, a bit more of a hardcore wheel. I think that's the aim. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but I think because that's the aim, I might as well just make do with the Thrustmaster GT for GT Sport, because I think it's going to be a better wheel for GT Sport. And then get the Fanatec PC wheel after it. Yeah, the TGT, the Thrustmaster GT. Yeah, I don't think she would. I mean, we'd have to... Hopefully, we'll eventually get somewhere that I can actually have a proper space. Because, understandably, it's not the best for her as well. A big wheel in the bedroom. I mean, she doesn't mind. She has no issue with it, but I think she'd rather it was in a separate room. I would as well. I'd rather have a bit of space to move, and if I ever need to go to the toilet, having to climb over the bed, it's a bit awkward. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think I'm going to go with the GT. the Thrustmaster TGT for GT Sport and iRacing while we're doing it for a bit. And then once I can afford to do it, I'm going to then upgrade. So I've got 2 separate setups. Obviously, I have like an office with the triple screens for iRacing and all that. And I've like a streaming PC and a gaming PC. And then I have the console setup as well with the Thrustmaster GT. Because hopefully the Thrustmaster GT should be good for the next GT Sport game as well. Because it's a fairly new wheel. And Thrustmaster don't tend to... like the T500, what I'm on now, was the GT5 wheel, wasn't it? And that was like... that came out 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was. Something like that. So... I'm sure there won't be another one specific for GT Sport for a good 3 or 4 years. So we just got to keep pushing the channel. Big plans, but if you don't have big plans, you will never get there. That's my motto. Got to keep pushing. And obviously, I've got iRacing, Project Cars 2, a set of courses all downloaded on the PC again now. I've got a lot. I've done most of my folders, not all of them. What I've decided... I was up till, what was it, 1:30 last night, nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorting out all the folders, going through everything. Oh god, they're hitting the wall. Downloading some of the like transparent images again for me thumbnails, setting them up into folders and stuff. So I've done a fair bit, but anything else that I need now, I'm just going to do it as and when I find. Like if I need a picture, I'll then find a folder for it and make it as and when I do it. But yeah, I think it's a better way to go anyway, because iRacing, you kind of want to have proper screen setups, like proper monitors rather than TV screen, because I want to be running iRacing at a higher frame rate than what I am now. I can only run it at 60. And if you're running it at like 120 or whatever like that, it's going to look so much smoother. Yeah, I used the Hurricane for me qualifying. The 1 minute 53.4 was with the Hurricane, whatever. Have you ever been driving, like in real life, and you literally cannot remember how you got from one sector to another sector? That's just happened to me on this track now. I can't remember going through the twisty bit at all. I must have just been reading the chat and just did it. I can't remember doing it. Like I've been driving before and like been like, how the hell did I don't even remember driving down that road. It's because it's natural. Yeah, in real life I've done it. I've literally got like somewhere and be like, I don't even remember driving down that road. I mean, not very often it happens, like, let's be honest, but I think because you go into like subconscious knowing where you're going and that. I mean, I don't mean racing in real life. I mean like just driving, like you go to the shops or something and I've been like to shop then like I genuinely don't remember driving down the roads to even get there. Yeah, I really like the Hurricane on soft tires. Not so great on the hard tires, but the problem is I don't know what I mean. The tires actually last reasonable. They're not as bad as I thought they would be, but I think for consistency I prefer the feel of the Golf. Corner cut. Yeah. No, that's definitely on the motorway. That's when it, like, if I ever drive on a motorway, that really does happen. Because you're just driving, like, on a road like this, and you just, I mean, you're not even going that fast. You're just, like, cruising along 70, 75 miles an hour, and everything's going past you. It's just the same, isn't it? So you do tend to forget a lot when you're doing that. Loss of memory indicates aliens. She's subconscious knowing where, like, it's blanking out irrelevant stuff. So if the road you're going on, you know it, you're not really concentrating on it. So you're not storing that bit of memory. I've done something on it before ages ago. I can't remember what it was. It was something in it's something to do with sports psychology. When we did it for I did like A-level sports studies, sports psychology and all that, and it's something to do with your memory throwing out irrelevant stuff. Like you do it for sport, like golfers memorize shots before they take them to improve the game. A lot of the time they'll visualize the perfect shot, and it's just your memory like picking up on what it needs to pick up on. I'm sure that's something. I remember doing something on it in psychology, sports psychology. Yeah, when you're drunk. I mean, I don't really drink, so I do drink, but not very often. I'm not a big drinker at all. You can't race with traction control off yet. It's too aggressive. Just keep practicing. You just got to keep practicing. Yeah, I'm not. I'm doing daily races. I'm not doing. I might do some of my own open lobbies later, but I won't be doing other open lobbies. Just throttle control. Start. Yeah, we're in the drop. I think I'm in a drop split here. I think I'm in a drop split anyway. I can't really tell. Yeah, we are, because there's D-rated drivers there, so we're definitely in that, like, we're in that, the band where my SR must be between 80 and 90. So that's obviously because of yesterday when we got kicked as well. Probably didn't know, but evening turbochargers. Yeah, I mean, if you can learn the 458 or the pretty much any Group 3 car with traction control off, you should be good for most cars, to be honest. The 458 is a very hard car to drive, so if you can master that, you can pretty much get the hang of any Group 3 car. Because the 458 will literally try and kill you at any opportunity, so if you can master that with traction control off, you'll be good. Oh, crazy, I'm sorry, but I jumped on before I went to stream and then beat your time. On race A, that is on the American account. I just went on. I was starting at 8:15 and it was about 8:30. So was it 8:30 or like 20 to 9, something like that? So I thought I'll have a little I'll just jump on race A and have a go, and I beat it straight away. I beat it and then beat it and then beat it again. And there was definitely another. I can probably get down to 104.7, something like that. But it's on a 105.1 now. The 105.1 now. But yeah, there's another 3 or 4 attempts to come off it. I've started getting the hang of that. Badder Norman. I'm not going to say Badder Man. Badder Norman, hello. Good to see you. Try short shifting your Supra to stop me spinning out of the heavens at the pits. But you want to short shift in the Supra anyway. Don't ever rev that car. Never ever rev the Toyota Supra, the Group 3 car, the concept, whatever it is. Because it's faster revving it about 50 to 60%. If you rev it all the way, you lose speed. So, little tip there anyway. But you just got to be patient with it and just practice. You just got to keep practicing. Yeah, Supra needs the half shifts to go faster anyway. Never let that thing rev. You just burn fuel. Same with the Corvette as well, the C7R, whatever it is. You rev that and you lose speed. If you short shift around 60%, it's faster. 50, 60%, it's faster. Yeah, so hopefully, might have the new wheel in the next 5 days, and we'll do a stream when it arrives. Obviously, I don't know what time that'll be, because whenever it arrives, I'll literally just go live, give people a little 10-15 minutes notification, and then go live, and then we'll unbox it and set it up. Yeah, what I was thinking as well is, I can have a spare set of pedals then as well. I'll keep my T3PA Pro pedals as a spare set in case anything goes wrong. So I've got a backup set, but don't know what I'll do with this. I might just keep it as a backup for it, you know, just in case. Right, go, go, go. Break the slipstream. So I have to say thank you to everyone who's been donating as well to enable me to get that. And then I'm going to obviously save up for the Fanatec PC stuff and improving all the stuff that I want to do, the triple screens with PC and stuff. And there's still, like, I want to get the other camera for... I want to possibly I want to try and get another camera, same as what I've already got. Because I think a little pedal cam would be nice as well sometimes when you're streaming. But obviously I need to get different footwear. And what I'm doing anyway with the Thrustmaster GT is I'm going to order it on the Visa card. And because the date when I'm going to order it will mean I don't have to fully... I'm going to pay half of it up front. And then the other half I won't have to pay until... I think it's end of like January sometime. So I can actually just do that because I won't have the money now just to pay for it up front. So I'm just going to pay half now and half in January. I thought I might as well. I'm not sure this is going to last too much longer because it's already snapping now. Obviously the front, the face of the rim's coming off, which isn't good. So I need to make sure I don't want to get to a point where I haven't got the wheel and this breaks and then I've got no content again for 5 days, like 3 or 4 days, something like that. Right, let's have a little concentration now because I'm not driving too good here. Yeah, I need to get a helmet, some racing gloves and some racing shoes and a race suit. Okay, this is the opportunity. Break that slipstream. Break it. Break it. Keep going. Keep going. Might be able to do it now. I'm going to try and push through these corners up here. And then I should have the slipstream broken. Penalty, but do you know what? I'll take that. Because it actually got me out of the slipstream. Does what work for Project Cars 2? A Thrustmaster GT, of course. If you mean Thrustmaster GT, yeah, of course it does. Works for every... The only thing is you just have to put it into the normal mode, not the GT mode. But it's still basically a Thrustmaster TS, whatever it is. It's basically as good as that then, but for Project Cars 2. So it's basically better than a T500 for Project Cars 2 still. I was watching reviews on it today and it sounds quite good, the reviews. And then the Fanatec stuff will come after, obviously, as we keep improving the channel, keep getting bigger. And then I can start getting other stuff as well then. There's so much stuff that I need to get, obviously, for the PC setup. And iRacing with the triple screens and that. So that's just going to be as and when I can get it. But I want it to be looking really good. I want the live streams to look like perfect. Yeah, the G29 is a really good wheel for the price. You can't really get better in my opinion. For how cheap it is, it's a really good wheel. I wouldn't buy one now purely because it would be a downgrade from a T500, but it's a good wheel. It's definitely it'll do everything you want it to do, and it'll do it well. Yeah, the one thing I'm really looking forward to the Thrustmaster GT is all the dials, because it'll be so much easier changing stuff on the fly, just be able to alter everything you want without having to go through menus. And then for the PC, it's going to be it should be fairly good on iRacing because I can do so many more things than I can on this wheel when I'm playing iRacing, and it's going to feel pretty similar to a T500, maybe a little bit better. So I should be used to it as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really take that long to get used to a wheel, to be brutally honest, but I mean, one thing I'm like okay at is trying a new wheel and getting comfortable with it fairly quick, so it shouldn't be that hard really. I went from a G27 to this, and it took me about maybe 2 days to get used to it, and then I felt comfortable with this, and I wouldn't then go back to the G27. But yeah, if you're coming from a pad, then that's where it's different, because the pad will feel a lot. You know, I see a lot of people like saying, you know, I was on a pad for a year. I've had the wheel for like a few weeks, and I'm still like 2 seconds slower. That, yeah, well, you will be. You've only been on the wheel for 2 weeks compared to a year on the pad. You have to really give it time when you're switching over, and don't be put off by the fact that it's harder, because it is. People think it's easier, but a lot of stuff's harder on a wheel. There's certain things the way you've got to drive, it can actually be harder than you think. Let's go in the pits and refuel. Reasonable fuel left. I'm gonna put a bit more in so I can drive aggressive, a bit more aggressive. Alright, let's drive this a bit more aggressive now. Alright, let's try and get a 54. If I can get a 54, I'm happy, because obviously yesterday I struggled a bit. I think I just wasn't driving very well yesterday. As I hit the wall. Oh, a bit better on that corner though, so I might make a bit of time up there. Have you ordered the podium wheel? Yeah. Jesus. That's a little bit too much, that one, for me. I won't be affording anything like that for quite a while. Ah, come on. Driving, that's so silly, that mistake. So this lap's not been particularly great now. I have 2 mistakes that I need to start getting rid of. Yes, it's like 1300-1400 quid without any pedals, isn't it? I mean, if you want the pedals, you're looking at like £1,600. I think 1,700 pedals, £1,700 for the V3s. I mean, yeah, I'd love that, but I'm not sure about the benefits of them wheels though, because yeah, I understand the force feedback's great, but whether they actually make you faster, I'm not 100% convinced. I mean, a good force feedback with like the CSL and the Thrustmaster GT might give you a 10th or 2. But I think, is it worth but paying that much money for probably no gains in lap time? Yeah, you know, for the feeling, yeah, it probably is worth it if you want. If you're more bothered about how it feels and the immersion, then probably, yeah. But I'm still not convinced about the lap time with them. I've seen so many people leave direct drive and go back to other wheels. Patrick Holzman, I think, did that on iRacing. I'm sure he went back to a T500 or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah, I wanted the HD60 Pro, but it wasn't compatible. For some reason, there was something bottlenecking the it was showing me the footage on the. I've got a decent PC, like quite a reasonable, like okay PC, but there was something there. It's not got many PCIe slots or whatever they're called, and Tichney thinks that it might have been like something else might have been passing through, like doubling up on the same slot or something, and it was causing issues. Because I'm not really technically minded with stuff like that, but the HD60S still as good. Like the quality on the stream and videos is going to be the same. The advantage of the Pro is you can, while you're recording, you can have like, I could be streaming this now and then record on the actual. I could do it with like OBS obviously anyway, but you can do like a separate thing on within the actual Streamlabs software, I think. Plus, that's what I will get the HD60 Pro when I get when I obviously get another PC, because I'll probably that's like one thing that because this PC now, I mean, it's not bad, it's a decent PC, but I'm trying to think how old it is now. Must be about three years old now, something like that. It's got like a Nvidia GTX 980 Ti in it, but because I'm going to be putting a lot of load on it obviously soon, I will probably want to get a better PC. But I really want to have a streaming PC as well as a gaming PC, so you can better quality streams, but that's a long way in the future, that. Stream key. You just put it into the Streamlabs software. You just copy and paste it into the Streamlabs software. You want help in getting the new PC up content? Me and I'll. Thanks, Sam the Mighty. Yeah, I mean, it won't be for a long time though. I mean, for now, this PC is still good enough. It's got an i7 processor in it, and it's reasonable. I think I've got loads of fuel left there, have I? 0.8 laps of fuel. Yeah, got plenty of fuel. Lego racing crap. What's Lego racing crap? What? Everyone's streaming Lego. What? I don't even know what you're on about. Everyone is streaming that Lego race. iRacing, do you mean? It's good, iRacing. We're going too deep into the corner. I like iRacing. I'm going to be streaming it as well, so. But obviously, GT Sport, like I've said, GT Sport is a priority of the channel, so if I stream iRacing one day, the next day I'll be on GT Sport anyway, or doing both or something like that. Or I never want to have more than 2 days without a GT Sport video or a GT Sport stream. You know, so I don't ever want to have more than 2 days without GT Sport content going up, and that's what the aim is anyway. Loads of time here. You'll be on your way when I stream iRacing. I mean, have you watched much like top split racing on iRacing? Like when they've got the big races on, they are so close that visually it might not look amazing, but it's the quality of the racing that you need to be like watching, really, I think. You can't see any. The view, I mean, I like that view. That's the view I wish that I would be happy to race cockpit view on GT Sport, but it's a disadvantage, definitely. And I understand what you mean in that regard, but I think a lot of people like that it's forced cockpit view because it's more realistic, isn't it? That's what I like about it. I mean, I wasn't really pushing then, though, so I could actually concentrate on the chat because I could see there was a 4-second gap, so I was not really worrying about my speed too much. I mean, it wasn't bad pace, but it wasn't particularly brilliant. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean. The reason why I see what you mean is because I've watched iRacing big like races live on like RaceBot, and you get a bit bored watching them compared to watching GT Sport when the World Tour was on. There's something about GT Sport. It's got that like how I'd explain it was when you first ever played Call of Duty, and like there's just something different about it to every other first-person game. It might not visually, that game's not visually amazing, Call of Duty, but it was something that just kept you coming back and playing it more. And I think this has got a similar type of thing in terms of making people watch it, because it's just, I don't know. For me, it seems to have that like X Factor. It's gonna sound so gay, but it just sounds like it's got that X Factor thing about it. It sounds like can't explain. It's really hard, but it's got something about it. Whenever I watch the live events, I'm like watching it so deeply. I feel like I'm watching a race live. Like when no, I'm not doing race B. When I watched the World Tour events, I was literally so like transfixed on the race. It felt like a real race. You felt like so hard, but like when someone made a mistake, you really did think, oh god, Whereas if you watch iRacing, you're literally there like that. Yeah, and I get that. Can't live without. Yeah, I mean there are issues with the game still, obviously, but and the one thing I will say is I don't think GT Sport will ever get rid of a lot of the issues because I mean they've been in the game for like what. A year and a bit now, and they're not out of it yet. Yeah, that's what that Melipso, you literally hit the nail. Like, what says a lot, right? This is what says a lot about the quality of GT Sport is I was hammering iRacing. I did the MX5 season, was addicted to the game. I finished in the top 10 in my first ever season, like out of everyone. Then I went into the GT3 category. Finished, I think it was in like P8 or 7 or something like that in the world on iRacing in the Blancpain series. Then GT Sport, I tried it, and I didn't go back for about 9 months. Didn't go back to the game, and that says a lot because there are issues with the game, but to just totally leave iRacing like that, I think it says a lot for GT Sport. No, I've not modded it. I did at one point. Let me show. I've showed people this before, but this is what happened when I put the mod on my. I don't know if you can see on the camera there. If you can see that big crack on there, I did have the mod on it, but because I was pushing too hard on the brakes, I'm really heavy footed, so I was pushing that hard. It actually started to it snapped the bar. So Playseat sent me a new one out for free though, which was really good. And you know what I have to say, I can't fault Playseat. If something goes wrong with your Playseat are like that. I had it within a day or two. They direct messaged me on Twitter, sorted it out, sent me another part as well, just in case the other part was going to break. like really good customer service, I think, from Playseat, to be brutally honest. iRacing's a bit too try-hardy. I get you, yeah, because on iRacing, you literally... Everyone races... A lot of people only do, like, 2 series. Because if you try and mix it up too much, you get destroyed. But if what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking it a little bit more cash. And, it's not going to be, like... I will obviously want to improve, like, me iRacing eventually. But my iRating is going to go down to start with. Purely because when I was, like, last playing it, I was hammering it, and I nearly had it. I was at nearly 5k iRating, and then that was within like 9. I think it was like 8 months. I got to 5k from 0 to 5k in 8 months, and it was going up and up and up. And then I stopped playing it for like 9 months. Went back for 3 races, dropped down to 4,300 because, well, annoyingly, it wasn't through my mistakes really. It was 2 drivers took me out and destroyed my iRating basically. But I'm sure it'll go down. It'll probably go down to like 3.2, something like that, and then I can start concentrating on getting it back up again. But like I said, I'm not overly worried about it this time. It's just more for fun. It's variety. I want variety and content. I'll be playing a lot of Assetto Corsa Competition or whatever it's called when that gets all the updates. That game again might be a bit boring for some, but visually it's a bit better looking than iRacing, so it might be worth doing. Project Cars 2, I'm going to give that a little whirl again, I think, because I tried that the other day and the tyre model felt a little bit better. So, you know, I want to make sure that every week I've got streaming something different and not just GT Sport. Thanks, Crazy. 4K HDR, yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, that's something for the future of 4K TV, because I mean, I do want one, but I don't know. I really don't know what, like, I really want a HDR 4K TV, whatever, but there's more priorities first. That'll be something that I can treat myself with eventually, but I feel like if I buy a 4K TV now, though, 8K will be out soon, and that'll be the thing to get. That's the only thing, and especially with with PS5 are not far around the corner. You know, it's not far off. Makes me wonder if should I hold and wait for a new TV, and then get one in like a year or two. I mean, they're not particularly expensive over here now, like, but you're still going to be looking at, like, for reasonable, because you can't just buy any HDR 4K TV when you're racing on racing games because of input lag. Input lag is massively important on racing games, so I don't want to buy a telly that's got 80 milliseconds, whatever, input lag. Like, the telly I use now has got 5 milliseconds, and that's why I got it. It's a Sony one, like a 42-inch Sony TV. And it's only got 5 seconds, a 5 millisecond input lag, which is quite low. So I think for a decent 4K HDR, you're looking at like £600-700 with low input lag for one that's reasonable. That's still a lot of money, like for me. You know, I've got 2 kids, and I'm trying to buy other stuff for the channel. The channel is the most important thing at the moment. Trying to improve it as much as I can. So the new wheel. The camera, the stands that I've bought, the other stands for doing the track guide videos. I'm trying to just invest in the channel as much as I can, and then get to the point where I've got pretty much everything I need. But then I'll always want to improve it, I think. Like, you'll get something and then I'll be like, oh, I think I want that now. You know, I want to improve that. And then the PC is something you always got to upgrade as well, which is just, that's the way it is with gaming. You know, PCs, by the time you get them within 2 years, are outdated. So you can upgrade them and everything, obviously, but I'm not sure the PC I've got is particularly great for upgrading because the lack of some things in it, but we'll see how that goes when it comes to it. Yeah, 10 to 12 milliseconds. That's not bad at all. But is that when you're running the 4K mode? Oh, hit the wall. Is that in 4K or is that in 1080p? Because normally when you're running 4K, Disney's stream just died twice. Oh, his internet. Do you know? He needs to go with BT. I'm like, I'm not saying, but BT. People always go for like really fast broadbands, but I just go with BT because they might not be amazingly fast, but they're just rock solid. You don't get much issues with BT. The only issue I had on stream was the other day, but that wasn't to do with the internet. That was because of my hard drives that failed and everything was mixed up. And then we reset up another stream in YouTube. Do you know what was crazy about that other stream as well? I forgot to mention this. That 2-hour 50 stream we did when we eventually got it sorted. It's on YouTube. It stated it was nearly 3 hours. But then when I went into it, it said it was 2 minutes and it said it was still the other stream. I was like, oh my, YouTube's just gone a little bit crazy on that. But yeah, internet, I will be getting another internet eventually. But at the moment, the one line does serve me quite well, doing streaming and playing games on it. Because it's BT, Mr. Reliable, they're not particularly fast, but they're just reliable. And that's why I went with BT. Got to learn Twitch, is that? I'm not. I won't. I'm brutally honest. I don't really think Twitch is the platform for me. YouTube's definitely the platform for me. I've got massive support. I've got an amazing community. I've got a really good bunch of people that watch me. So YouTube's the way I'm going, and I quite like the way YouTube are going as well. I think they're making changes, and they seem to be wanting to make it better. So I'm sticking with YouTube. Yeah, oh, I got disconnected. No. P2 is very fast as well, but that's a shame that Firestorm got disconnected. Very fast, clean driver. Shame that he's normally he might come in here now. I think he subscribes. So yeah, that's the thing with Twitch. I find a lot of the sim racing community, people that appreciate sim racing, it seems a little bit more for YouTube than it does on Twitch. There are obviously some big Twitch streamers, but on sim racing games, but I just prefer YouTube as a platform, especially with the community I've got on this game now. Firestorm or whatever his name is, Firestorm or Fire. He might come in here and say he got disconnected. Yeah, that's the thing. You don't get as many kids on this YouTube. You do get a couple. Do you know when I streamed Blackout when it came out? That's when we got a few little idiots coming in. But we just muted them and just that was simple. I mean, I'm 36. Yeah, I nearly forgot. I'm 36, so I'm proper old. 4 years till I'm in that big 4-0. Right, I'm gonna have to concentrate a bit now more than the last race, purely because this is a bit more competitive. P2 is very, very fast, so is P3. So I'm gonna have to put a little bit of a concentration face on. So if I go quiet for a bit, I apologize. It's not me ignoring people in the chat. It's me just trying to make sure I don't destroy my race and drive into a wall. Yeah, not all kids, obviously. Some people are younger and respectful, but there are a few that ruin it. I mean, you get a lot of them. I played GT1 when I was about... I'm trying to think how old I was when I played GT1, the original, because I played that on pretty much the day of release, and I was young. Oh, I wouldn't have gone for that, but I went to cut in there. I didn't realise he was there. Kind of had to back out of that. So I think best plan here is just a fuel save. I don't want to lose that slipstream though. I hit the wall then. Don't want to be hitting the wall. Okay, that was a better exit. I don't know what the driver behind was doing. He nearly went right into the back of me. Well, let's just save fuel and just see what I can do. Oh no! Okay, I might have to drive a bit more aggressively now. Get back in the slipstream. We did that better than him, so I'm back in the slipstream. That's fine. Yeah, there's no point me overtaking him now, really. It's just I've learned that there's no point driving aggressive on this track. Might as well just sit behind him and try and do some fuel saving, really. It makes more sense. Because he's doing fuel saving as well, I can tell that. When he made that mistake, it put me off a bit for the next corner. Got away with it. Right. I'm over fueling, so I can go a bit more aggressive now. Don't know why I was in cockpit view. Right. That was frustrating. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't get in my way. This could mess me up big time, this. He's going in the pits. Right. Lost a bit, but... Got the fuel to push though, still. Yeah, I've got plenty of fuel. I hope that car doesn't get in my way again. He's driving very well defensively, this driver in front. He's putting the car in the perfect spots, really. Got a nice exit off that corner then. Got a really good exit then, but he's going to get the slipstream. Don't even go down there. That's too not there. You know what's going to happen here? I can't move, so yeah, risky. People go for that move every time. It's never going to work. Has he made a mistake? Yes, he's made a mistake there. Might give me a bit of breathing space now on this straight. Ah! I hit the wall. What was I doing? I can't turn any more than that. Again, I tried to avoid you, but sorry. Come on, game. I had maximum lock on again. This game is so frustrating. Like, through that corner, maximum lock, you're doing whatever speed. So stupid. Daft. Ah, that's frustrating. That's annoyed me. That it's a silly mistake. Oh my god, I'm gonna lose P3. Oh my god, that is literally the worst end to a race you'll ever have. That is awful. Oh my. That was terrible. I'm annoyed at myself for that. Awful race. Awful end to that. Oh well. That's annoyed me because it was just only trying to break the slipstream. I literally skimmed the wall on the right hand side. And give him the lead. And then through the tunnel, I've got full lock on. I can't do anything to get out of the way. Daft. But third place is not good though. I really should have had the win in that, but oh well. I did everything right up until that last half a lap. Oh well. Yeah, I put full lock on through there, but there's not much you can do. If you put more, it's like if you put too much lock, you end up getting even more understeer. If you put too little lock on, you end up hitting them anyway. So don't know what you're supposed to do really, but we'll do it again. Let's just check my SR because I've got a bad feeling that if it's like yesterday when we had that situation, I had full lock on. Trust me, through that corner. If you do race GT Sport, because if you race that corner, you'll know that to get through that corner, you've got to yank. Like normally, you'd be dead gentle because if you put too much lock in, it understeers anyway. If I would have been gentle, I would have hit him. But I tried my best to avoid him. If you play GT Sport, you'll know what that corner's like. No, the Hurricane's a bit harder. Yeah, let's enter that. I've got a feeling I've lost... Because yesterday we had one incident that wasn't my fault. A car in front spun, hit the wall, and then collected me. The game gave me a 5-second penalty, and I lost like 15 SR points. So I couldn't race in the top split again, which was a bit annoying because it was because the driver in front spun. Let's have a little look. The Lamborghini's not easier to drive, really. It's probably trickier, especially through the twisty corners. Yeah, I'm faster in qualifying in the Huracan, whatever it is, but in the race trim, the tyre wear's a little bit stronger than the Golf, so the Golf's better on the end of the stint. Also, the Golf's better with fuel saving. Like I've said it before, I don't go for moves on that tunnel unless... I mean, he had the right to go for it because I had hit the wall, so he had the right to go for it, but it was always going to end. I'm not going to lift in that situation because I'm on the inside, but it's just, in a way, I think it's poor design on the track. They really should have made it a little... Maybe that section needs to be a little bit wider through there, but... Oh, well. Especially for Group 3 cars. I think Group 4 cars it won't be as bad in. But even then, I think it might be an issue in them. I mean, he had the right to go for the move, 100%. There's no doubt in that. But it was always going to end in a crash. There's nothing you can do in that. It happened on a open lobby when the track first came out. Exact same situation, but on the next corner, you can't get two cars going through there at 140, 160 miles per hour. Let's just check the SR. Yeah, it's not really a two... I don't like going through it two cars wide because it's too random with the understeer, but he had the right to do it, 100%. Why am I going on daily events? At least P3, I won't lose too much driver rating. It's more the fact that I should have really won that. Let's just check what the... How much we lost. Let's see. Oh, we just kept in the top split. I did lose some though. This is what I don't like about the new system. They've 100% changed the SR system because you now, with the new SR system, you basically one incident, one penalty like that in a whatever amount of lap race, a full 15-20 minute race, and you can lose like 10 SR through one incident. It was like yesterday. It was one incident that was another car spinning in front of me. He spun, hit the wall. He was going sideways like that. I tried to go down the left, but then when he caught it, he like spun the other way and then cut right across, and we collided. And I got a 5-second penalty because the game just obviously doesn't understand the logic in it, and which is hard. To be fair, I understand the game can't pick up on things like that because it's contact. It doesn't know that the car spun, etc. But I got a 5-second penalty, and then I lost like 15 SR points, and it put me down through just one incident. No, I think it's hard to say because there's been people on the pad who have been equally as fast as Will. You got M. Thomas, he was one of the best, and he was up there. Cowster's on the pad. Cowster, you'll see him on the top 10s a lot of the time. He races on the pad. There are pad players out there that are really fast. Yeah, the wheel is... People think the wheel's faster, but it's down to personal experience and skill as well. Because Calster on the pad, he probably wouldn't be faster if he got a wheel. Brutally honest, he'd probably be equal or maybe not as fast, because M. Thomas is I think he's just hammering the practice, probably trying to get used to the wheel at the moment. When he went onto the wheel from the pad, he dropped about 1 second at least, and he even said like it's definitely harder, but he'll get there and he'll get back up to his speed. It was just taking time. Yeah, I do. Brute 0.2 faster. Maybe. It just depends on skill level though, because it all depends on individual skill level as well. You're right, Mystic. Some people are more skillful on the pad than they would be with a wheel. There's some people that you can put on a wheel and they would never ever match their pad times because they just haven't got that skill set. It's just individual. I mean, if I go on the pad, I'd be a bit slower than the wheel, but not much. But that's because I'm not experienced with the pad. I used to be, when I played on the pad, I used to be putting in good times. In GT5 on Prologue, I was always racing online, just hammering it and winning all the time, but I was on a pad then. And it's just practice, a lot of it. What you're used to. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it takes a long time to get up to your pad times in general. And I'm not convinced it's 100. There are combinations on GT Sport. 100%. There are combinations that are faster on the pad. And it's been proven. I think even M. Thomas said that. M. Thomas said there is definitely certain combinations. I think Group 1 cars as well. Some Group 1 cars at certain tracks are faster on a pad than on a wheel. Because of the way the pad, like the way it works. Yeah, it takes time to get used to. You just can't give up 100%. Yeah, it just depends. I think where the wheel is a benefit is on tire wear. 100% is tire wear. You get a bit better tire wear because you're smoother on the transition from left to right, so you tend to be a bit better with tire wear. Overall pace, I don't think there's much in it, to be brutally honest, because I've seen pad players that can live with lightning. So I've seen pad players like beat lightning. M. Thomas beat lightning by quite a big margin in the Group 1 cars ones. I think lightning could have done better, obviously, like if he had bothered to practice, but if you beat lightning even if he's had no practice, you know that you've done a good job. Did I drive? Yeah, I did drive club on a pad and a wheel. I went through a transition phase on the drive club because I started on the pad. Did mainly pad to start with. Got the T500 because I was waiting for like a wheel to come out that would work, and then I think they altered something on the firmware so a T500 would actually work in game, but it just wouldn't work on the the PS home screen. So I bought the T500, and it took me a good few weeks to get comfortable on Drive Club, because Drive Club is a game that's really hard on a wheel. It's Drive Club 100%. There's no arguing. It's faster on in my opinion, it's faster on a pad. There's no like. There was hardly anyone using a wheel on Drive Club. Most of the people use pads. Project Cars, on the other hand, is totally the opposite. That was absolute crap on a pad and 100% faster on a wheel. Here we go. Oh, Twizzy. So I need to drive better this time. Let's hope Firestorm doesn't get disconnected this time, because these two are probably the fastest on it this week. I'm not bad at this track. I've not got the speed that I have at other tracks, so if I can stay with them, I'm happy, but it'll be hard work to stay with Twizzy and Firestorm on this track. I'm hoping that when I get the Thrustmaster GT, oh my, well, I don't know what to say. It just doesn't want us to race together, does it? Let's restart it. That's annoying. That's really, really annoying. Yeah, Twizzy's hard to beat on him. He's really fast. Plus, he's got the Thrustmaster GT now. And I think that's the way I want to go. Because with that new force feedback feature, in the Thrustmaster GT, you can feel when the car's going loose a lot better. Because it's got that separate mode in it. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Hopefully next week at some point. If I get it before the FIA race, I probably won't set it up, you know, for the FIA race. Because that would just be a disaster. It's going to take a day or two to get used to. Probably do a stream on it, obviously, when I first get it. But I'm going to stream the box and opening it up and that. Whether I'll stream setting it up, though, that's the point. Because if it comes on Tuesday or Wednesday, the FIA's in the night. And I don't want to go straight into an FIA race with a new wheel. A lot of people say if you just... yeah, let's go to the temporary data and just erase it. I couldn't be bothered doing that every race, so I'd easily forget to do that. Why have I gone on that? It's the wrong screen. Yeah, to be fair though, I think what you'll find though is a lot of the disconnects like that, for me, if I'm not streaming, I don't get them. Even like, you know, I don't normally delete my thing because I don't normally get any of them issues. Because I think a lot of it is the streaming at the same time. But I'd rather the game disconnect me than the stream. So, for me, in a way, I'm glad it just doesn't... I mean, that's the best way for it to do it, is to disconnect on the game rather than anything on the stream. But the stream's been fine. There's nothing wrong with the stream by the looks of it. I mean, I'm getting a rock solid, pretty much between 6 and 7 uploads, so... what to do now? We got time to do more anyway. Why are the buttons not... See, this is... wonder if that button... yeah, that button's... I don't know if that button even works anymore. 700 megabyte left. What's that on? On replays? Probably, yeah. That's after I've deleted some as well. I deleted loads the other day to make sure I've got room for or space for any future replays I need to save. Just frustrating that the game just keeps doing this though. I had 900 when I deleted it. It was 900 I think that I deleted it. It freed up 900, it said. I never bother with it. It doesn't affect me normally. See, if I'm not streaming, it doesn't really God. But I think everyone's cheating on this, aren't they? Yeah, I think there's a lot of iffy times going on this one. Let's have a little look while we're waiting anyway at this. I want to see if people are using any. I don't think he will be. I think that'll be a legit time. I never delete it. I don't ever. Why don't you play Group 4? Because it destroys your It's been a disaster, that one, because of the slipstream and everything. A lot of people have been whenever I did it, it was just a nightmare. I didn't really have fun on it. Not really the 4C, I'm not a fan of the 4C, really. I like the car, I just don't like it in the race. It just gets a bit boring when you go in a top race and every single car's a 4C. Because if you join the top split race on that, the 90% of the cars are 4C. And it's just a bit boring. I'm trying to think, if I do that also, I won't get on the next race for the Group C, which I want to do Group C. I mean, Race C. I haven't even done a qualifying time on that, but that would just destroy my rating. Because you get beat by B-rated drivers, and I'm not doing that this week. You've got to understand. Obviously, FIA starts again this week. I'm not dropping my rating too much. So, how long till you can enter? Ages, isn't it? Oh, give us more options to race, please, someone. So frustrating. Free races, come on. We need more than that. Everyone drives Audi. I think in the tops, from what I've seen in Top Split, a lot of people were driving the 4C when I tried it. You only have to look at the top 10. And I'm guessing that goes all the way down. If you look at my friends list, let's see where the next car is after 4C. He's on a 208, so pretty much the majority of people up to a 208, which is going to be a lot of people, probably like 30, 40 drivers or more are going to be in the 4C. When I did my lap, I felt like this kind of time was possible for me. The 207.1, I just could not be bothered pushing it. I get too bored on time trial. Should we have a little warm up with? Let's just see if yeah, let's go into time trial with this, with the Lamborghini while we're waiting. And just try and like I'm gonna try and get used to it again. It's so hard to get used to all this. Yeah, Mystic, it's gone a little bit stupid, the penalty system again. Like, they like get it where it seems to be getting better, and then like, here you go, have some of that, some daft penalties again. This car takes some time getting used to though. Let's just load me replay. Come on, go load. Yeah, there you go. Why is it not on there? That's weird. Oh yeah, there you go. It's loaded up now. You can see how I improved the lap though. I went from a 0.7665 and then the 418. Race C. Oh, race A. I mean, I don't know whether they fixed it properly yet. There are people still doing the brake glitch, though. This car is so hard to get used to. It's the gearing as well, because it's only got 6 gears. So it takes a bit of time to get used to the gearing again. I would argue that what you'll see is if they add more options, more people play the game. Oh my god. Like, if you add more... Let me just drive, actually. I'll just get used to it. More options there is, the more people will play the game. If you take options away, less people are going to play the game. So... that's why you're going to have less people playing it, because they've got less options. People want to do longer races. Why not have like an endurance race every 2 hours or every 3 hours? And you can race it like, I don't know. Or even if it was just, say, an hour race that you could race midday, then it's on again at 4 o'clock, and then on again at like 7 o'clock, and then on again at 10 o'clock. Just one endurance, like 4 endurance races a day or something like that. At least if it was spread out like that, you're going to get more people join them races. You know, what really annoys me is that Forza, a game that is more arcadey in my view, has no matchmaking, yet has hopper races that have longer races than GT Sport. They last longer, and this is how good would be it, like the hopper system, like what Forza's got, but on GT, where it goes to a run. You know, it's a track vote. People vote for it. It gives you 3 tracks. People vote for the track, and then it starts, and then it bases your the lobbies on matchmaking like it does anyway. But then you set a qualify. You have to do a qualifying, maybe like a 2-lap qualifying session or something like that. Look how far, look how much time I've lost to that ghost already, because I was like, you have to get in the zone with this Lamborghini. It takes some time to get used to. Oh, penalty. I'm going to go back in the Golf. I think I'm not racing this. It takes too long to get used to, so I'll go in the Golf in a minute. That corner's where you gain a bit of time over the Golf, that right hand, because it can carry so much more speed. Next week's going to be a horrible week, if I'm brutally honest. I can't remember what the other tracks are, but Tokyo's on there again, but it's not, I don't think it's the new track. I think it's one of the older ones. And then we've got to race Tokyo twice in the FIA season, 2 separate tracks. Like three FIA races within the same. I think it's a manufacturer's got 3 Tokyo races on it. Like, come on, why do we need to race it that many times? Oh yeah. Let's see what my potential with this lap was. A 53.1. That's what if I would have hooked the lap up. That's why I knew there was a faster lap in this, but I just couldn't be bothered pushing it anymore. Little bit better, but still not as good as the Ghost. Lambo. Oh. See how you lose so much time through that sector with the Lamborghini because it's so hard to drive through there. Yeah, I understand because it's new, but the track that's on next week isn't the new track. It's the old Tokyo track, I think, as far as I know. So it's not even the new track one. I think one of them might be like race A or something, but race C is on one of the other Tokyo tracks, I think. I mean, you can have a look, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the older ones, which I don't think we need to be racing really. This is the corner where I can... Do you know what? I've realised now I can carry a lot more speed through this section now with the Lambo than what I did on my lap. Weird seeing 2 ghosts. Yeah, it's because one's my fastest lap and one's the lap I've done in the session. That's not bad, that actually. A little bit behind the Ghost still, but not too bad. Time is it? Oh, still got... I'll enter in the... Oh, the corner cut. Right, let's exit that. I'm gonna go in the Golf and warm up in that for the X race because that Lamborghini takes too much time. I can show you my lap if you want to see it. The while we've got time, I could show you the replay of that lap. The 53.4. If anyone wants to pick up any tips with it. Wow, we've got 13 minutes to kill. Right, let's have a little look. I'm sure I said... Yeah, I did say because I was racing it then. There you go. We'll load that and I'll let you watch it. Do you want to watch it from inside on the floor camera or chase camera? I mean, the good thing is when Spa comes, then at least we're going to be racing that a lot. Right. I'll put it on chase camera to start with. I'm on about for the replay. I'm not racing now. You'll see the way you've got to be so gentle with this car. This is why it takes a bit of getting used to. You've got to be really gentle. If you watch my steering inputs with the red dot, you'll see how gradual the movements are, because you can't be too erratic. On the really fast corners, you can chuck it in. But through this section, you'll see how hesitant I was on the throttle. Like 40%, dropping it down a little bit, and then always backing off because you're so scared to put the throttle down with it. This corner, though, you can chuck it in with this corner, and it just bites into the apex. Actually hit the wall on the exit there, so probably lost a bit of time. And the hairpin, I messed up. I went in exactly like I did with the Golf 2. I didn't get on the power right and had to run wide, which was frustrating because there was about a tenth at least lost on the hairpin. It's weird though, because the lap doesn't look that fast when you watch it, but that's normally a sign that it's a better lap. You see a ramp, I lost it, nearly lost the rear there, I had to back out the throttle. That was annoying, that. This is where I should have gone down to... No, maybe 5th gear was better doing it in there, 5th gear. Seems to be faster 5th gear, actually. I came so close to losing it on that exit then. But it wasn't a bad lap. I could definitely push it another 2 attempts at least, but I just, that's why I'm not a massive fan of the way they do these time trial, qualifying sessions. It's a little bit... I don't know. Let me just delete my temporary files just in case I've watched that and it kicks me again. Doesn't normally for me, but... Why did that... Alright. So right there, that didn't... I mustn't have had much on there, because it's not... It's still saying I've got 900 and something. Let's go back in the Golf. Is this gonna work? Oh no, I don't... I've restarted it already since I got disconnected. I did that already. Oh, that'll be the 1 second. Just knocked off loads of stuff. Oh my god, what's going on here? Oh my god. Take that lead out. I have no idea what I've just done. Yeah. There you go. Fixed. Let's do race entry in the Golf. I'll use a Golf. I need a bomb. I like the track. I have to admit, I do like the track. I just, I think they need to have a little look at the penalty system, the way it's dishing out penalties and the way it's affecting your SR. It's too much. It seems to be destroying SRs for one incident, which it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, the slipstream is a little bit too OP, which is a bit annoying. But then they could fix that by just just make the fuel so it's not so for some reason I've got no sound out of these. Wait, I've got no sound. What's going on? I know why. There you go. Fixed. Yeah, they could fix the slipstream by just lowering the fuel usage. Let's just not worry about fuel like the FIA races. Make it so fuel isn't an issue, so we can just drive flat out and we can just keep overtaking and battling rather than sitting behind other cars. Because now, if you battle and waste fuel, in general, you end up getting undercut in the pits or beat in the pits. The slipstream's okay. It just needs to be it does need to be a little bit weaker though, in my opinion. Like just a fraction, not much, just a fraction weaker. And then they need to just lower the fuel so that we can all drive aggressive like we do in the FIA races. I don't like fuel saving. It doesn't suit me. I'd rather be driving 100%, keeping the concentration 100%. As soon as you're fuel saving, you tend to you lift off a bit and you drop in concentration, I think. Ah, messed that up. So the steering wheel 1-2-ish seconds. What do you mean by 1-2-ish seconds? Reading the chat. Which brake settings do you use in the... I'm reading the chat here. Which brake setting? -3. Might not be the fastest, but I just find it's quite consistent. I could probably try -2 now, actually. Now I'm a little bit more used to it, but... Let's see what -2 feels like. I obviously haven't tried changing that since I started. When in general, sometimes you start a little bit too far and then you gradually work back, but might give a bit more rotation on it, specifically through here. A little bit more there, but still not a brilliant run, really. Yeah, the thing is through that tunnel is you get a lot of understeer, so it's just so dangerous in general. I think I might stay on -2 now. Slowest car on Group 3. Down the straight's the slowest car, probably the Peugeot, I think. I think the RCZ Group 3 cars are slowest in a straight line. I think. I'm not 100% sure though. But it's got very, very good handling though. I think the Alpha's probably got a little bit over the Peugeot, I think. Only a little bit, but I think Peugeot's probably the slow. But then again, Peugeot got a buff, didn't it? So maybe not them. Because I think the Group 3 Peugeot got a little bit of a buff. Slowest Group 4 car, the Megane. Down the straights is a Megane. Down the straights, the Megane is so slow. It's just it's daft how slow it is. I mean, I think they need to look at the Megane again and try and get it back so it's reasonably good to use, just not OP. What they could do with the Megane is basically give it another 2% weight so that it's even heavier, but then give it 2% power. Just so it's a bit faster down the straights, but then it's slower through the corners still. What's the fastest? I don't know. Probably the X. Is it the Red Bull X1? Tuned up? I don't know. I'm not into all that, like, you know, getting the fastest car, tune it up and drive. I like to drive cars how they're meant to drive, really. I don't want to be going 300 miles per hour down the streets. That's just not for me. So I don't even bother trying it. Yeah, the Red Bull X1's probably the fastest. The Tomahawk Group X isn't as fast as the X1, I don't think. Not round the track. It depends on the track, obviously, as well. Few A+. You've got like 7 A+ drivers, A's, and a couple of B's. Who's going to get disconnected? Will I get disconnected? Someone will. All right, 2000. What does the X1 tune up to? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing if, like, when I get this Thrustmaster GT, if I'll gain anything over this wheel, because this is old now. This wheel is like, the force feedback's definitely dying off a bit on it. It's like 4 or 5 years old, and I have hammered this wheel. And when I mean hammered, this is it's been put through a lot of gameplay on Project Cars, on Drive Club, Seto Corsa, and GT Sport. My GT Sport hours, I checked it was it today? It was something like 1,500 hours I've put into GT Sport. And I'm pretty sure that Project Cars was at least 1,000. The Seto Corsa was probably getting maybe 500 to 600 hours. Drive Club was over 1,000, so it's had a lot of hours of gameplay, this wheel. See, that's just total and utter unrealism. You know, I don't want to drive a car that does 600 kilometers an hour. Not for me, that. It's just not daft. Yeah, so the top four, hopefully, we got Matthias Collin in here as well, P5, very fast driver as well. Interesting. Pretty much the top 5 there could easily be like in an FIA lobby, so just got to try and stay with. I just need to get more consistency at this track. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, I can't even say your name. Sultan Ator. I said on stream if you were watching. I don't know if you're watching right now, but I don't blame you for going for that move. Really, it's the track layout. I think the track layout is the issue through there. I think they made it too tight. I think if they'd have made it a little bit wider, another lane maybe, another 1 lane, would have really helped the transition through that section if you had to go side by side. I mean, it's flat out in Group 3 anyway, so it being a little bit wider wouldn't have made much difference to the overall flow of the track. Yeah, so I'm going to be quite excited to get the Thrustmaster GT and try and see if it gains me any time. I'll be interested to see if it does gain me any time in terms of the feel, because apparently you can feel where the grip loss is a lot easier on a Thrustmaster GT. That's what people who use it have said. You can really feel like where the understeer and oversteer is a lot more. I had a little panic moment then. I thought I was on the 100 board, not the 150. So, gonna have to try and concentrate in this one. Good driving, Twizzy, thank you. I think Firestorm's going to push now. He wants to obviously keep the slipstream out of the way. So he's going to be pushing. Oh, Twizzy lost the rear. Ah, I can't get this. I'm so close to that slipstream. Gotta be careful here with the fuel because P3 is just getting a massive slipstream, but I want to get in his slipstream to help me out, but I feel like I'm using a bit too much fuel. Might be a penalty, I'm not sure. Might have just got away with it. I feel like I'm gonna have to fuel save because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna be the big. Yeah, I know he's boosting me, but I don't know if that's gonna affect my SR. Thank you, but don't do it again now, though. Might have just got in the slipstream here. I got a really good exit. Trying to break the slipstream. He's happy to sit in the slipstream for the fuel saving behind. Oh, didn't get a good exit there though. Yes. We're very close to, like, look how much Colin's got. They've been saving. Look at the advantages they got from the fuel saving. I'm gonna just put it there. Let's hope. Look how much we lose because of the fuel, because that's why he was doing that behind. He's gonna gain the fuel. P1 now, Colin, but will he have the fuel then to drive aggressive to the end? Gonna be interesting. Very interesting. A nice exit. I needed that good exit there to get in the slipstream. I don't agree. I felt like that was in the limits then. I'm a bit annoyed at that. Might be able to scrub that off slowly though, if I can get in the slipstream strong enough. Got rid of some of it. Yeah, I got a good exit. Good, that's good. That lap time, even with scrubbing the penalty off, Jesus. Oh, I hit the wall. Didn't want to do that. I'm gonna lose the slipstream. No. That was a costly mistake. Hopefully they can start battling though with P1 and might be able to get back up close. They're going to be battling soon. I need them to get up to P1 really fast. Oh, there's contact. Go through turn 1 side by side. Oh, he's got a 3-second penalty for that. Come on, GT. That's terrible. Why has Firestorm been given a penalty there? That is pathetic. That is just so pathetic. I mean, that highlights my issue with this game. They're side by side. There's a tiny bit of side-on contact. And the game's just given him a 3-second penalty. Why has it done that? So stupid. We need them to battle really now. They've got the advantage of the slipstream. We're gaining on the leader. I'm matching Twizzy's pace behind. And we're gaining on the leader, but because they've both got a slipstream, the cars in front of me, they're gaining faster than I can gain. That one mistake, without that mistake, I would have been up there, I think. Oh, they're going side by side through there. That's so risky. Don't go through there side by side. Oh, yeah, they backed out. Good, good, good. I thought they were going to go side by side through there. Five-second penalty. What's going on? I'm just stuck in this, like, oh, I just want to get... I need them to battle harder. Fuel. Oh, I need to save fuel. Uh-oh. Oh, I got a really good exit from that corner. Look how much I'm gaining. That was perfect. I'm going to have to just use a little bit of mixture 2 here. Oh, so close. Come on. I'm just not going to be able to get close enough. This is annoying. I'm gaining, but just not fast enough. And then I lose it on the straight because I've got no slipstream. Oh, God. Trying to make sure I don't lose P4 now to Twizzy. Lift and coast it through the corners and just should be alright. Ah, so close. How did he get rid of that? How close was that? Oh my God, a 10th. I was only a 10th away of doing it from Colin beating him because of his penalty. Ah, that was a good race though. Just that one mistake again, that one little mistake where I hit the wall, lost me the slipstream, which then they had the slipstream of P1 and they could just then all fight up. But not bad. Did a good race. Why did I brake? To get rid of the penalty at the end. I wanted to make sure it just went fast. I should have just lifted really, but then sometimes if you just lift, it won't start going down. You need to actually hit the brake for it to activate. It's not disgusting. It's because this is a top split race and people want to be in the better car. You say that, but you've got to remember NPC. The FIA season is starting on Wednesday. People want to make sure that the ratings are high. They don't want to be risking going weaker cars and stuff like that. I don't think he ruined anyone's race there. That wasn't really that. I mean, I'll save the replay, but I think that was just a racing side-by-side contact with P1. It wasn't like Firestorm got a penalty. It wasn't P1's fault. It's just a game, really. It was side-by-side contact. The world champion in this race? No. Iger? No, Iger wasn't in that. It's good though. Look at the finishing time though, 15:39, and ours was a 15:41. That was a fast-paced race. It was a fast-paced race. Lap time, we had the third fastest lap, but you can't really judge fastest laps, to be brutally honest, because of the slipstream. It's impossible to judge. Oh yeah, I've got a red S. What? Why have I got a red SR for that? I'm so confused. What did I do in that race that would give me a red SR? Can someone just... Oh, you know why? You know why I've got a red SR, don't you? Do you know what? Stop bump drafting me. It's because he was hitting me down the straight. I've been given the red SR, so I've dropped down now, out of the top split now, I think. Oh, this game. It's a bump draft. That's why I've been given it. Because of him bump drafting me, I'm now going to be out of the top split because of that. Oh, come on, Polif. it really does frustrate me, you know, it annoys me. Yeah, he did it. He kept bump drafting me, didn't he? But what? That's not my fault though. What? I can't really do much about that. I don't know if I'm just inside the top split actually. I don't know. Might just be in it still. 93 it's saying, so it might be alright. Yeah, it needs fixing because like he should be given the SR down, not me. I mean, I'm just what I didn't bump draft anyone, so I think I'm still alright for top split. We will do one more. Let's do one more. One more, and then I'm probably going to call it an end on the stream. I enjoyed that race, though. So I don't mind finishing like there if you have a good race and it's close and it's fun. Yeah, I'm not going to brake check him because then I'll probably get a penalty. No, my luck. Yeah, he's dropped loads because he was bump drafting. That's why. So he'll be in the bottom splits for 2 races now. And when I'm not ordered it yet. I've got to wait until the statement day on the date on the Visa card is around the 15th. So I was going to order today, but it's too risky because I ordered today. It might have to be paid by the 13th of January, and my YouTube money won't be till the end of January for when everyone gave all the donation money, etc. So if I order it Monday morning, it should get here Wednesday, I think. And I don't have to pay for it until I think it's like I can pay half of it straight up front. I'm just gonna put like half the money, like 350 or whatever it is, straight up front from the donation money, and then I won't have to pay for the next half until February. So I can just obviously use YouTube money through the month to finish paying it off. That's the plan anyway. Hopefully it works. But I want to get it. I'm having enough of this wheel now with the big massive crack on my wheel, going down the middle of my wheel. It's starting to bug me a bit, and I'm hoping it'll make a bit of a difference. I don't think it'll make a massive difference because the T500 is a good wheel. Just that the Thrustmaster GT, I want to experience. I want to see what that GT mode's all about because a lot of people say it gives you a lot more feel of what the car's doing. You hate that car? Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly. I like. Do you know what? I actually like the feel of the car. When's the MOT due? The MOT's just been done, to be fair, so that's okay. Yeah, I did want a Fanatec, but the problem with the Fanatec is it's gonna, for what I want on the Fanatec, it's gonna cost me £900 or £850, and it would mean I wouldn't have a new wheel for a few months. I want to show people what I'm getting with obviously the donations, so I'm gonna get the Thrustmaster GT, and then I'm gonna get a separate wheel for PC in the future. I'm gonna get like a specific Thrustmaster PC wheel, because the PC one's a little bit better than the PS4. I was watching the reviews all day today, and that's why I've come up with the decision, because they basically said that even though the PS4 Fanatec wheel is good, it's not as good as the PC one. You can definitely feel the force feedback difference between the PS4 Fanatec and the PC one. So I'm just going to get a PC one for that, and because the plan, obviously, like I've said before, is to make the channel as big as I can, have a proper room, not sat in the edge of the bedroom with a bed next to me. I want to be in like a separate bedroom, PC setup, console setup, have 2 chairs, so I don't have to switch and mess around all the time. I have 2 proper setups. I found a reasonably good price on Thrustmaster GT. I'm just hoping it's still on by Monday. Can't remember the name of the website though, to be fair. I need to go on. I'll have to search it tomorrow or something on the NPC. It's not bad though. It's cheaper than bloody Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster's website is like €800. I was like, what? Like, I'm not paying that. €800, like £700 and something. Yeah, that's what I've seen, Mac. I think. Don't tell everyone. I don't want it to be sold out. I'm worried it'll sell out, because I can't order till Monday. But I'm not sure whether where that is in the UK. I'm guessing you've seen it in the same place as me, but I think it was either was it Amazon, the rip-off? No. It was £630 on Amazon. I'm not doing open lobbies tonight. This is my last race. I'm just doing Beta Race C, so there's no open lobbies tonight. We'll do open lobbies tomorrow. We're going to do FIA open lobby, like practice lobbies tomorrow night. We're going to just practice the Interlagos in Group C, is it? I think Group C. Not Group C, what am I on about? Group 3 at Interlagos, and then is it Red Bull Ring in the GR4? Probably. I can't say an exact time because it depends when the kids get in bed and get asleep. But it'll be probably after 8 o'clock. Around between 8 and... I'll say between 8 and 9. Hopefully nearer 8. Because I want to do two races in each. I've not practiced them at all yet. But, you know, Red Bull Ring and Interlagos. It's fairly predictable, like, you know, tracks. We know how to drive them. I've got track guides for both of them out, so I don't really need to worry about a track guide. You get pedals with it. You get T3PA, and they come with the mod on it. I'm gonna try them, see what they're like, and then these will be backup for me. I want to have a back. The good thing about this is I'm gonna have a backup wheel on that, because I've had situations in the past where something's broke and I've not been able to go like game on a steering wheel for like a week until they got the repair came through. At least now I've got T3PA Pro pedals that I can either use as my main pedals or use as a backup set. See you later, David. What's your DR? Mine? It was 75, but it went down a bit. It was maxed out at 75. It's like 73 or something, 72 or 73 now because of this track. And also a few other tracks that have probably caused it. Yeah, 72, 386 now. I've gained like 80 odd points on my DR today. So at least we've not lost any today. This track's just a bit of a killer because if you have one bad race, it seems to drop a lot of DR now. See you later, David. Yeah. Hey. Oh, right. So did Twizzy get dropped down as well? Didn't that P2? Hey? I thought, was it not P2 it was A rated after that race? I can't work this out. I swear that was it not him that was A rated after that race? Yeah, I like the track. I just hope they changed the penalty system. I'm confused. I'm pretty sure that was a driver that got A rated. So how is he now S? How is he now like S rated? Ah, right. So he didn't lose any DR. P2 didn't lose any DR that was hit when he was bump drafting me, but I lost it even though he was bump drafting me. Hey, how does that work? The Thrustmaster GT is only just like it's not been out long. It's only been out a year. There won't be a GT specific Thrustmaster wheel now for at least 2-3 years, I don't think. So I'm happy to buy it because for GT, the next Gran Turismo game, it'll still be the same, I think. Did he? He got blue even though he was bump drafting me. How does that work? I'm so confused. I don't get it. Confused. No idea what's going on. Are you messing? So only the car in front gets an SR down when... That literally is Polyphony's like logic, isn't it? I mean, how does that even work? Like, Where does the common sense come into that? Oh my god. I should really message, you know what? If don't bump daft. Meant to write draft. I didn't get any penalty in that race, to be fair. I mean, I got one, didn't I, for like 9/10 because I cut a corner, but I didn't get a big one. Oh, this I really don't want to be in P1. This isn't the way I want to be. It seems to be better to be just like in P2 or 3. Use PS4 second screen. Don't get you. How can I use a PS4 second screen to type? Not sure what you mean by that. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to happen. I wasn't looking at the brakes. What am I doing? I have no idea what just happened then. Oh, I didn't know he was there. What the? Sorry. I didn't even know he was there. Oh my god. Yeah, because like he lost out so much time then. Yeah, 5-second penalty. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do daily... You know what? If this is how they're doing these daily races, I'm not... I mean, that was my fault 100%. But I didn't know he was there. I thought that the other car was that car. Oh, seriously. That was caused by that dive bomb on the inside. And I get the penalty. Seriously, this game. You know what? It's not even... What can you do when someone... Like, I get a 4-second penalty because someone dive bombs on the inside like that. I'm so close to, like... I don't think I can race this game online with the way that the penalty system is, and... It's starting to annoy me a bit. How does the logic work in that I pick up penalty because someone made a mistake? Not... It's, do you know, I'm not bothered about like that. I'm more bothered about the SR because now I'm going to have to race online again before the FIA, which I didn't want to do. And then if you end up in a constant cycle of this, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to end up in a bottom race. I don't know why he tried that move there on the inside of P1. That was a bit daft, that. Whoa, what did he just hit the wall? Right, I've got the best fuel out of, apart from the one that was... Right, so I'm just gonna... I'm gonna fuel less than I need because I need to try and jump some drivers. Don't do it. No. He backed out, I think. This is going to be awkward. Got way more grip. I should be able to. Whoa, what are you doing? Stop doing that, you seriously. Why do people do that? It's so frustrating. Like, I've just said don't bump draft and they're doing it. Eight seconds worth of penalties to get rid of as well. Yeah, it's just daft. He just whacked the wall. Then he got bumped from the guy behind, which speeded him up again. Annoying because without the penalty I'd be on for an alright result if I can just get the fuel right. No stopper, it doesn't work here. Doesn't work. 100%. Pointless. We've tried it. It's not the way to go. The pit loss is only it's very short, so you do that and then you've lost the time anyway because the tires are gone after like 6-7 laps. We got Colin now behind. There's not much I can do with the fuel saving I've got to do. I did that to try and get out of all the mess behind, which is kind of work, but he's going to have the fuel to push now. Look how clever he is, though. Look, he's not going to go for a move there because he knows it's just daft to even try it there. I'm gaining on P1 even with the massive fuel saving I'm having to do. Go on, go, 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 go. I'm gonna let him go because it makes more sense to let him go here. Proper messy race, this. Wow, what a fucking idiot, I'm telling you. Dick, what an absolute... Oh, I give up on this game, seriously. The fact that he even then tried to carry on with the pat and then he rams me. What was... Oh my god. What an absolute idiot, seriously. Like... Yeah, cool. I did that on purpose. I pushed him to the wall. Because what? He did dive bombed into the corner like that, missed his braking, and then tried to carry on with an overtake. If you do that mistake where you've missed your braking zone, don't then try and like wipe someone out and then try and do an overtake and go past them. What is like? If you're gonna wipe someone out, have the decency to back off. Total idiots, I'm telling you. It's frustrating. Yeah, he is a dick, a proper big dickhead. Oh, I swear. I wouldn't mind, but we got the penalty at the start was for what? I can't even remember. I can't remember why I picked up the first penalty. Was that when we were side by side and I didn't know he was there because there was a car behind me and I thought that was that car, so I just drove off. But it was their fault by dive bombing into that corner as well. Oh, I swear, it's just so frustrating, this race. God knows what my rating's going to be like now. B. I'm B rated now. Oh my god. Seriously. Wow, he's getting... Do you know what? Is he saying what the fuck? Are you seriously? Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't give a shit. Tosser. What an... Oh my god. I'm fuming. Like, so annoyed at that. I can't even explain how annoyed I am. I literally... If I wasn't on stream now, I would... Oh, what a... What a bell end. I'm sorry, but like... An absolute You're not happy with the language? I'm sorry, but like, I will swear when I'm annoyed. Apologies if you're not happy with it. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I'm annoyed. If I'm annoyed, then I will. Yep. I mean, like, what annoys me is... What do... Are you messing? I best not have dropped to 40k, because if I have, I'm not playing the game. I'm literally gonna... I'll go to iRacing. I'm not messing. If that has dropped me... It shouldn't have done, because I was still S-rated, wasn't I? Oh, yeah, it will have. If it has, that's my GT... I'm not messing. That'll probably be the end of GT Sport, because I'm not doing it. I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, that is GT Sport over for me. I literally feel like just sacking it off now. After that, I feel like just going iRacing and binning this shit off, because that's just not... That's pathetic. What an absolute pile of shit. It's fucking stupid. I'm so pissed off now. Like, I could... I'm not even... I can't even do the FIA now, because that's just because of one absolute bell end. I now can't do the FIA. Oh, what a prick. I am literally raging. It's why I don't even want to play the game now. I can't be... I mean, it might happen to everyone, but you do realise how long that will take to get back up to 75k. Like, I'm not just being like thingy, but to get back up from 40 to 75k is probably going to take... Yeah, but I wouldn't mind, but the 2 dive bombs wasn't even me. It was someone else doing it to me. Like, if it was me that had made the dive bombs that had caused both incidents, then fair enough, but none of them were me. That was 2 other drivers driving like idiots again that caused me to drop that much. And that'll take me about a month to get back that. No, I'm not sure. I've lost interest with that, seriously. I'm so annoyed right now. I've lost so much interest with that happening. I've happened to me once before, and I don't think I can be bothered, because I'm not going to do the FIA now. No point me doing FIA races on the weekend, because the SR's not an issue. The SR takes 2 races, 4 races, something like 5 races. It's the driver rating for me, because daily races you're only going to gain a bit. Why do you lose driver rating if you're still finishing in the top whatever amount of positions? Why should you lose driver rating because of your SR? I don't get that logic. It makes no sense to me. 5 races to get SR, yeah, but not the driver rating will take about 3 weeks, maybe more. No, the FIA top split can be up to 60. Well, it depends, 55, maybe more. It's just pathetic though, seriously. Like, and oh no, that's just fell off. I can't even be bothered picking it up. It's pathetic though. How can like 2 people dive bombing you cause you to lose 23,000? It's like, yeah, I then squeezed him because he was trying to go back past me after he's just made the mistake, which... Where's the sportsmanship on the game says if you make a mistake, if you dive bomb someone like that and you've made the error and you hit someone, you then have to give that position up, not then just try and drive past them. I mean, I probably will do FI. It's just me being pissed off, but I'm just venting. Just give me a minute. I need to vent. I'm fuming here. I don't think did I even save the replay? I think I've raged out of there, to be honest. It's the most, like... What are they thinking with the penalty system like that? You can have someone... Like, for one, someone can bump draft you and knock your SR down. Where's the logic in that, for one? Then, you can have a 5-second penalty through going like Firestorm before. Got a penalty. Yeah, did we save that one before? I don't know if I saved it the one before with Firestorm. I don't think I did. I kind of should have done. I wanted to see that when they were side by side together, and Firestorm got a penalty for driving side by side. Was it that one? It was this one. Watch this. So I'll try and find where Firestorm got a 3-second penalty and got dropped down to A-rated driver because of this one incident. He didn't even get any other incident. He had 0 seconds penalty up until that point. And that one incident then gives him an A-rated license. It's beyond daft now. They've gone backwards massively in the game. I mean, at least we can do a... at least the streams are just going to be... I can just stream the game, grinding the driver rating back up, I suppose. But how can you... The problem is, though, you grind it back up just to get the same thing happen again. Where's Firestorm? We need to go to, like, lap... Oh, my leads come out again. 1 minute, I've just got to put the lead in so I can actually hear what's going on the game. Even then, the FI penalty system, it's still gonna cause the same issues. Because like he only got in this race. I want to see what else happened to him, because yeah, he got bump drafted. Look, so because he got bump drafted throughout the race, we are on board. Yeah, because he got bump drafted and then that 3-second penalty. He then got an SRA. I think this was it. Was it this? It was here. Right, so this is why he picked up a 3-second penalty. This here now. This was it. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know now about that one. Did he try and squeeze him into the wall, or was he... He gave him space still, though, to be fair. But he was bouncing off the walls then, wasn't he? I mean, at the end of the day, why? Like, I still stay by this. That shouldn't be a 3-second penalty, because he went to close the door and then backed out of it and gave him space. So he's tried to squeeze him, but well, like, I'm not being funny. No one came to any harm. He gave him space once he knew he was there, and he got a 3-second penalty for that. GT Sport needs to bin the penalty. Right, if I had anything to do with GT Sport and the penalty system, I would say bin the penalty system off. Bin it. Bin the whole thing off. Just have SR penalties for corner cutting, and implement the iRacing system. And then I'll guarantee you, when people get disconnected from a race through driving dirty and giving, like, you know, contact penalties times by 4 and stuff like that, and then certain amount you get disconnected and you're out of the race, people will stop because they won't want to get disconnected. Yeah, it's so stupid. So then he bump drafted him. So, oh no, he didn't bump draft him because he wanted the lead, didn't he? But I would be so annoyed if I was Firestorm, because he was getting bump drafted and then got a 3-second penalty and got knocked down to A. They don't have penalties for that. Do you know what? iRacing doesn't. All they do is they say, if it's a severe contact, you get a ×4 and you're out the race anyway, because you probably got that much damage, you won't be racing, so you're out. But on GT Sport, they don't add damage. But ×4... in our races for race C, it's short races, so maybe have a limit of 12. if you have 3 times 4 contacts, so like 3 big contacts, you're disconnected out the race. It'll be harsh at first. People will get annoyed. You'll get incidents where, you know, other people are getting disconnected because like the driver in front gets it as well, no matter whether the driver in front or behind gets it. But eventually people are going to realize they can't do it and they're going to have to stop. It's so daft. I am so pissed off right now. I can't explain. I don't think you can understand how much a game can proper annoy you. Like, it can make you so angry. Firestorm might be on a pad, I'm not sure. It like, oh. Bump drafting's not legal. You can't do in real life. You're not allowed to bump draft in GT3. I don't think it. I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I know, bump drafting is not allowed in GT3 for obvious reasons. You break off the downforce parts of the car. In touring car, British touring cars, yeah, it goes on because that's British touring car. You can't, you know what I mean? And they like not IndyCar, NASCAR. It's legal because NASCAR. It's a genuine tactic that they use. But the cars are designed for that, though. You yell at your iPad. What was I? What was my iRating? 40k, did someone say? I knew I shouldn't have done that race. I'm gonna tweet them, you know. I'm gonna tweet them. I want everyone to retweet my tweet that I do to them because I'm gonna put it how it is on this tweet to them because they're being a bit more sociably active at the moment on Twitter. So I'm gonna tweet them about how can 2 people hitting you when, you know, like through a dive bomb, making their mistakes and then with no respect and hitting you. And you get the penalty and lose 20,000 drive rating in one race. It's pathetic. You go from 74,000 or whatever it is, 73,000 to whatever I've just gone down. How much did I lose? Let's just have a little look. Look at that drop. That's the biggest drop I've ever had. That's bigger than the drop the first time. That is absolutely. We're not even A+ rated. We are A rated now, midway through A. Bader Norman donated £2 through Super Jack. Keep your head up, mate. World finals away. As if I'm still playing the game. Yeah, I will be playing the game. Obviously, I'm just a little bit annoyed. Oh, I know why I've got no sound on the Wondering why the sound didn't come through there. I forgot to put my headset into the PC. Oh well. It doesn't matter. I can still see the notification. But thank you very much for that donation, mate. I appreciate that. I've gone down. That's the biggest drop I've ever had. I mean, I had that once more. If you look on my profile, you'll see it happened at Monza once. Similar story. But this time I've come from 73k down to 40k. This game sucks. I'm sorry, but what the? How can you even? I'm playing iRacing tomorrow though. I'm definitely playing. I'm practicing some iRacing because I need to have a break. I can't come back on this game tomorrow. Not in the day anyway. I might come in on the night, but in the day tomorrow I'm on iRacing. Having a warm up. I might even do it if I feel ready for a race. I'll do a race and stream it tomorrow on iRacing. Phantom Tacky. I was wondering where he disappeared to. He just vanished. Yeah, it'll be open lobbies in the night for FIA practice probably. I'm not doing open lobbies now. No. I don't even want to play the game to be real honest right now. I want to tweet them, but I don't want to. The problem is, if I tweet them now, they probably won't even be awake and they won't even see it. So I might tweet them tomorrow about that and show. I might take a picture. I'll screenshot my graph to show the loss. So whoever's on Twitter, if you haven't already followed me, make sure you follow me on Twitter, and let's retweet this tweet to get them know. Like, this is an issue that needs sorting, because there's no way you should lose that much drive rating from two drivers dive bombing and causing issues. There's just no way you should have that issue. I'm going to tweet it to Kaz and GT Sport. Although they'll just ignore it and be like, oh, we didn't see nothing. Maybe a little bit too much race C. To be fair, the race B was worse the other day. I lost more on that because of similar issues. I lost not more than that race, but I lost as in the other races. I was losing it as well with people doing the same thing. The penalty system's gone daft again. And do you know what I think it is, right? This is no disrespect to certain people, but some people who got to the World Finals believe that the penalty system was better when it was... You remember when it was really, 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 really strict, and you couldn't touch anyone, you couldn't race, you couldn't literally do anything? A lot of the drivers that got through to the World Final thought that that was the best penalty system. And I will guarantee you so much money some of these drivers have said this to them. And they've probably been like, oh, okay, we go back and we'll do that now. We'll put it back to that setting and you'll all drive with daft penalties like that. I guarantee you that's what they've done. I guarantee that's... I'm almost certain that some people have complained saying they want it strict again after the World Finals. And then they've implemented it. I mean, Super GT probably can't do much, to be fair, because... I don't think he's not really in with GT Sport. He's more in with Forza people. Yeah, they've definitely gone back, and it's convenient. It's gone back in like that after the World Finals. That's why I'm convinced that certain drivers I've had a moan to them about it and said they want it back like that, which is just daft because now you can't race. Even someone makes a mistake behind you, you get the penalty and you lose driver rating because of their mistake. I've got a feeling they've gone back to that way, and the worrying thing though is it going to be even stricter in FIA, because in general the FIA was always a little bit stricter, so I'm scared for FIA now. Oh wow, and Red Bull Ring as well. Oh my god, that'll be a disaster. I don't know whether Tidgney agrees with the penalty system or he wants it back. I don't know. I have no idea with Tidgney. I know there's some drivers that preferred it. They preferred it with a really strict setting. So you literally... What it was, when it was like this, when it was at its strictest setting, what it was basically like was watching a train, because no one was willing to make a move. It was just sitting behind each other, too scared to make an overtake. Is resembling very good SAW. What does that mean? I don't know what. Yeah, it's Red Bull in Group 4, I think, isn't it? And you can't have player stewards. It can't work. Never will. You can't do that because you'd have to have proper people who are qualified. Because imagine you've got someone there and thinks, right, well, I don't like him, I'm going to give him a penalty. You can't do it. Plus, it means an extra person in the lobby, more lag, more disconnects. It'll never happen. iRacing can't even implement it. So you can't trust one person's view. It's not going to happen. It can't be done. The only way you could do it was if someone from Polyphony was sitting in every lobby, and that's just impossible. I don't know what SA... What's SAW? SAW? No, I didn't see the penalty in the last FIA race. Yeah, so that's why I'm scared about doing the FIA now. Because how bad is that going to be? Ah, right. So I'm guessing his profile is like this. Is it just like that all the way up? Like just going up and down all over the place? I'll guarantee it is, because you can just tell by the way he was driving. I mean, you think that was bad? Was it on? It was on stream, wasn't it? When I got the at Le Mans, when I I did cut the corner. It wasn't even a bad cut. It was actually kind of within the limits, kind of. The right-hand tyres were near the white line. I got a 27-second penalty for one tiny little corner cut, but then you could run wide outside the track limits and you wouldn't get any. He's got 4 big DR drops. I've had 2 in a year. I'll get back. It's just annoying though, because I'm gonna have to do daily races next week, and I didn't want to do them to grind it back up to A+, because I've got to have 50k driver rating. The only good thing is no one knows that I've actually dropped that because I've still got the SS rating. That's the only good thing. Mystic, put it on Twitter. If you ever see something, just tweet me it, and then yeah, I think you're on Twitter, aren't you? I don't know. If you're on Twitter, just tweet it at me, and then I'll have a watch of it. I'm more like, I'll have a little watch of it on Twitter rather than when I'm on stream. I know I could probably watch it on this now, but I don't know how it works when I click the link on Streamlabs. I'm not sure if it messes anything up. You can't share it. Why? Someone blocked it or something. Do you know what? If I would have actually disconnected with that race and disconnected rather than finishing it, I would have got less driver rating loss and less SR loss. But I didn't. I wouldn't have predicted that would have happened after that. Just being hit twice would have give that amount of loss. Yeah, you can't normally put links in chat, because otherwise everyone starts posting all kinds of links, and we don't want any weird links going in the chat. I think YouTube have changed their policy on a lot of stuff as well, so you got to be careful in the chat. You can't be posting random stuff. And yeah, Night Rider. I'm still venting. It is a good job I was on stream then, because there is a possibility if I wasn't on stream then, this would have been out the window. This would have probably ended up over there, and the telly would have probably been smashed, because I would have been raging if I would have noticed that drop in the SR and everything, and the drive rating. It's a good job that I was on stream, because I would have lost it. I would have been the cat would have been out the window. The cat would have got it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't really. I wouldn't ever do that to the cat. Ah, so stressed. I don't know. I wouldn't have really thrown the cat, obviously. Yeah, meow. I'd have opened the window and then accidentally opened the window when it was outside. Oops. Nah. I still can't believe I did that ages ago, but that was a genuine accident when that happened, wasn't it? Doesn't even want to. She knows I'm talking about her. She's looking at me really like, she looks worried. No, she doesn't want to come on stream. She's too shy. Calm down, calm down. Yeah, do you know what? There are a lot of clean Spanish drivers, and there is. I know a load of really respectful, good, clean Spanish drivers. But it's the same with every country. Like, people always say it's the Spanish that are always, but it's not. There's British drivers, there's American drivers, there's there's French, there's German, there's every country has their fair share of drivers like that. Yeah, cats always land on feet, it's fine. Go outside and smash the first seat, you see. Right. I'm gonna end the stream anyway, because I need to smash some. I need to smash something up. I'm only messing. I'm not gonna smash anything up. I mean, I probably will stream tomorrow night on GT Sport, so I don't know what time. It's probably gonna be around 8 to 9 PM. So top 20 in day. I don't know. Well, 145 won't be top 20 now. I know that because I don't even think I'm in the top 20 now. To be fair, I think top 20 is now all 43s. I think it was maybe on the first day that possibly, but oh, top 20 region. What region's that? I'm so annoyed. I'm going to be racing. The problem with this now is, I mean, to be fair though, I should probably blitz to get my SR up. I should probably blitz that tomorrow. I might get on in the morning, probably off stream, and blitz that one because I'll be racing in easy lobbies with B-rated drive, like SR. They'll be a lot easier. I can just fly ahead, get my SR straight to S within like the morning. I'll try and get it up before the stream in the night, get it back to SS. I might try and do that in the morning. Get it back to SS, blitz that in the morning. The driver rating won't increase because of the lobbies we'll be in, but I'm still in the top 10 actually. I didn't think I was. I'm surprised at that. Very even between the Golf and the Huracan. I just preferred the Lamborghini. I like the feel of it. It was something different. That's why I wanted to use it. Yeah, the SRs, I'm not bothered about the SR because, to be brutally honest, that's so easy to improve. But it's the drive rating that annoyed me. But anyway, we'll end the stream there, and I'll see everyone tomorrow night on GT Sport, possibly an iRacing stream in the day. If problem is I've not practiced since that last practice session, and I've got to get all my settings back in tune, so might miss out on this week's iRacing racing. Just wait until next week when everyone's fresh on it, because everyone's hammered iRacing. Obviously, if I go on there, I'll be in a massive disadvantage. So I might just wait for the new change of tracks. Just go on tomorrow and practice and just get a bit more up to speed and stuff. Anyway, thank you for everyone who came in. Thank you for the donations, and thank you for anyone who subscribed, and I'll see you all soon. And thanks again for watching, everyone.